Hey, so yeah, I'm just trying to snap off all this old bark on it. It's a bit of walnut here. Really cool figurine. No, because this is going to be the stem to the cake stand, so this is going to get took down, so we're going to lose a lot of size off this, but that's okay, that's what I've got it for. Wow. Hey. So that's ready to go on the lathe. Alright, morning YouTube. So you've seen the other piece that I've made, which is the top to the cake stand. This is our cake stand. Today I've got to make the stem, so the centerpiece to the cake stand, and this is what I'm going to make it out of, which is walnut. You've seen me debark it already. Right, okay, I've got it mounted up. The tool rests into place as far as I can. So that's going to be a big old question, that. I think we're going to get chunks flying everywhere off this. So we've got that a tiny bit. Everything's locked into position. See what sort of speed we can get safe out of it. .650 RPM. We'll get old Bertha out. We'll see how far we can chuck some chippings. We're nowhere near where we need to be, so I will crack on with this. I'll carry on and I'll bring you guys back when I've got to the thickness that I require for the belly in the middle as well. Okay. I'm just getting some shape into it, trimming it up so I can get it up to a better speed, cleaner cuts, but I've lost my pencil, so yeah. I'll go find that. I'm going to establish a tenon on this side to go into the mortise of the foot, and I'll establish a tenon on this side to go into the mortise of the platter, and then I might bring you guys back when it comes to doing some design work. So there we go, that's kind of like what I'm thinking, but on a much smaller scale. So still got to come in about 20mm down on this edge here. But yeah, I'm just thinking about that gradually falling into, so it come out of that big round. There's a big round here on the platter piece, and then that steps in, and that's going to sweep up to a, I'm thinking maybe even sweep up to a point and back down, then into a big round there, then up to another point and back down into the foot. Maybe. Let's have a look, see what it's like. Turn it off. Ooh. So there's a good old pith there that needs filling. Oh, nice. I didn't see that. Well, we've got to come down anyway then. I've got to get rid of this. I've got to get rid of all that. That's a pith running through it, that is. Yeah, that's gutting because this is really nice. Some cool figuring going on here. That I can deal with. I just fill it. That's not a problem. Let's get the little 3/8 going. Oh god. Brakes engaged. Spin it. Go. Whee. We're off. Oh yeah, that's sharp. That looks quite cool. His thought process is evolving as I go. Yeah, those ticking noises up here, as if those, yeah, they are there, and those holes are still there, I believe. Let's have a look. We'll stop it. Yep, and they're there. That's a bit gutting because means filling. That's fine, we can fill them and see what we can make of them. Just some clean up work on here because I've got some good tear out. I think that'll look quite nice like that as the stand. Right, okay, so yeah, I took it off the lathe. I had a little bit of deliberation to myself, which I do quite a lot of the time. I'm good at that. What I'm going to do, well, what I have done first is I've got rid of my step centre, which is extremely sharp, and just stuck it in my thumb. That tickled. I'm going to put that away because I don't need them anymore. And what I'm going to do is I've mounted it in the chuck, as you can see. It's mounted up, still got tailstock support because I don't trust that. It's not heavy, but it's only in by about 8mm at that end. I'm going to tidy up this foot here that goes into the base. I haven't built the base yet, but I'm going to tidy up the foot, get it all cut nice and square, or even undercut maybe. And then I'm going to take away the tailstock, and hopefully it's all okay. I'm going to finish this off concaved, so that I've got somewhere for the glue to stick into, and I'll also put the rings on it like I did the platter part. And then I'm going to turn it around and put it on there, and then sort out the head and get that nice and flat, because that's also like that. Get it nice and flat and get it sized exactly to the platter, sorry. So the stem fits the platter perfectly, and I'll get it a really tight fit so that when it's glued up it fits a treat. And I'm not going to show you me doing the fitting up. I'll show you a bit of this and I'll show you a bit of that, flipping it over, but I'll keep the other bit as a surprise because I kind of like this shape. Might have to do a little bit of tidying up, quite a lot of tidying up work with it, especially with those holes, but that's what super glue's for. Cleaning the mask so I can see through it. Get that bottom turned off completely. A little bit of out of round going, out of balance, because we changed from one side to the other side and it seemed to be out of balance. So quite know how the hell I've managed that, but I have. But that's alright, we can fix that. So we've got one knot there that needs filling for definite. Oh, it looks like I need to go over that edge there. Oh, that's going to be annoying going over that. Might have to sand that edge out, because otherwise it's going to be a pain. That and that need filling. Not very thick there. And that and there. So there's 3 there. That's 4, 5 knots or 5 pith holes that need filling in total. Sand and seal these bits here before I start filling them, and then we can get it sanded up. This will be sanded from maybe probably 80. I'll start with 80 because we've got a little bit of tear out across here that I need to deal with. So we start with 80. And then we'll make our way all the way up to 1,000 on this. So hopefully it should be good. But sand and sealing time first. Get it sand and sealed, the bits that need it. Right, let's get the super glue out. Now I've got sand and seal all over my fingers, and we'll get them super glued up. I'll show you the first bit of super gluing, but I'm not going to show you it all because it's the same thing over and over and over again. Same with the sanding. I'll show you the first coat of sanding, I'll show you the last coat of sanding. Oh, and I don't have a lot of activator left, that's not good. Alright, so I'm using Gorilla Super Glue, the blue one. You just tap it until you can see a little bit. He says. There we go. Oh no. That's good thing because I've still got another one there and another one there to fill. I'm going to see if I can find another activator. And you've seen how it's done, so see now that's nice and filled. That's half filled now. That's filled. It will be wet underneath the activator. The activator only sets the top coat, the top surface off. But that's all we're sanding off. So, right. I'll see you in a bit once I've filled them all.
As usual, if you are enjoying my videos, please like, share and subscribe. This really does help the channel. Thank you.
Right, now I've finally done all that sanding, and now I've got to sand and seal it, and then it's Yorkshire grit, both types, so the standard Yorkshire grit and the microfine Yorkshire grit. And with these I'll show you the beginning and then I'll cut to the end, because you're going to see this several times throughout this series of videos. I'm not sure whether it'll be 1 or 2 or 3 videos. So we have Yorkshire grit ordinary, we have Yorkshire grit microfine, and then we will have microcrystalline wax as well. But before all of that, we have the cellulose sanding sealer, thinned with cellulose thinners. So we'll get that on first. Right, with the microcrystal, spit that out well, didn't I? Sorry, I will say that again. Now with the Yorkshire grit, which is what I meant to say, and I mixed it up with microcrystalline. With the Yorkshire grit, you need a good chunk of tissue. That's solid, I've got enough tissue here, so big chunk of tissue. Plenty of it because we're not tight. So get plenty of it on. Mix it around. There we go. Right, it's coated in it. So we can put that bit away. And then I use a pad, which is like a pan scourer. Just a abrasive pad, which I can't All I find at the moment. There he is. Right. Just like a little, I can never remember the name of it, but like a pan scourer. It's really, really soft, almost like using 00 wire wool. I just use that with the Yorkshire grit to break through the sanding sealer, because it seems to give me a really strange shiny coat, and I don't understand why, but it does. So I've now learnt that I'll put a bit more Yorkshire grit on, and then I spin it up nice and slowly. Not a lot of pressure, so slow that down to about 300 RPM. Give it a kick, otherwise it won't run, and we know why. And we'll just use that really gently, not putting on masses of pressure or anything. And you can hear it sounds like good bacon sizzling. That's what it sounds like. What's it knocking up? There we go. Right, that's that done for the cloth, for the pan scourer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to up the speed, 700 RPM. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to carry on, and I'll bring you guys back once I've got it, maybe this one done and microphone. Right, I'm going to do the same again with the microphone. That's it, that's covered in that, right. And turn it on nice and slow again. 390 RPM. Oh, it's brakes engaged. Oh, but there's no problem with this machine, by the way, apparently. Huh. Apart from the fact you have to do it like that to start it every time. You have to spin it. But never mind. As you can see, this is exactly the same as the other one, so all I'm going to do is cut the video and bring you back once I've buffed that up. Trying to get it buffed off as good as I can. You can see a tiny bit of yellowing on there, maybe, but it's still got a tiny bit coming off onto the tissue. But we are spinning at 1600 RPM, so and we can slow down and have a look and see what we think. There we go. Don't get much shinier than that. Cool. So all I've got to do is your microcrystalline wax that now, which is this one. And with that, pop it open. That's what it looks like on the inside. Now I can use the same tissue that I've just been buffing with to apply that. Plenty of it. Again, we're not going to be tight with this stuff. So we just apply that all over, and then we have to leave it for 20 minutes to dry, and then we can come back and buff it off, pretty much the same as what we've just done with the microfine Yorkshire grit. Just buff it off and get it all polished up. Yeah, it's about 1200 RPM. Bump up the speed and get it really. There we go, 2000 RPM now. Right, 2000 RPM. Shut that right down. Ah, well, that's definitely come out shiny. That's pretty, that. Yeah, I'm happy. Looks lovely. Alright, get that out of the way. Because we don't need that to hold it, so we just needed it because I was being a chicken. Right. And there we have it. So that's the stem. I'm just going to stand up like that. See if I can bring you guys back a little bit. I don't know whether I can. And then I need a foot to go on the bottom of that. Got some cool figuring in it in places. So I've got another letter in the post today. Louis Bandeira. He's changed his name from Woodworking 27 to 27, I think it is, to Spindle's Workshop, which keeps in line with his Etsy store. If you guys don't already subscribe to Louis, definitely go check him out at Spindle's Workshop, not wood turning, Spindle's Workshop. Go check him out. He's amazing, does some great turn-ins. And also you can buy from his Etsy store as well, from his YouTube channel. Okay, see you on the next one.